Would it be odd to start the tour of this award-winning jungle lodge with a clip of me in an outdoor shower, sipping on a nice cold beer? I guess it is kind of odd, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Every trip has certain core memories that get etched into our memories forever and ever. This was one of mine, experienced at Belize's Caves Brand Jungle Lodge, which is considered one of the top 10 adventure lodges in the world and a top 100 exotic destination. In a moment, I'm going to take you around this lodge and tell you as much as I can about it. You know, in case you ever end up here like I did. Well now, let's start the tour. Okay, I lied. One more thing. I do want to give you a quick rundown about how I ended up here. And as usual, I am going to share some pointers that may possibly help you plan your trip better because many of us are flying into Belize. So, Caves Brand Jungle Lodge is an hour from the airport, and it is very convenient to make this spot your first or last stop if you're in Belize because it's very much within driving distance to the airport. The way I did it, upon landing in Belize, I drove about 2 hours straight to the coast and ended up in Hopkins Village, where I did some scuba diving and then chilled and partied with the amazing people of the Garifuna tribe. An incredible experience, by the way. After I was done with that, and being there for about 2 days or so, I drove an hour inland to the geographical center of Belize in the heart of the tropical rainforest, where Ian Anderson's Cave Brand Jungle Lodge is located. The lodge itself was built a little over 2 decades ago, and it's situated on a 50,000-acre property in the foothills of the Maya Mountains in Belize's Cayo district. Now, this is not just a 5-star luxury lodge, but also provides a range of adventurous experiences, everything from rafting to canoeing to cave adventures. These can be solo adventures, family adventures, or even romantic getaways. These adventures can be customized to your liking based upon what you're looking for. Now, you could plan your trip in a couple of ways. Either you could check into your accommodation, then go on your adventure, but the way I did it, which was rather cost effective, I took off on my overnight cave expedition immediately upon arriving at the lodge. With that being said, I avoided paying for the room on my first night and just paid for the trek itself. Spent a night in the jungle, rappelling off a 300-foot cliff, eating random stuff such as termites. Spent a night in a cocoon-shaped hammock, took a dip in some crystal clear underground cenotes, absolutely lovely, and after we were done, went right back to the lodge, which was a 10 to 15 minute drive in what I call the magic school bus. I arrived back at the lodge for the second time, since this was the meeting point to start the jungle expedition the other day. And here I am returning back to Caves Brand Jungle Lodge, and this is the Welcome Center. The Welcome Center is also a recreational area and has a couple of ping pong tables, mini basketball hoops, and a shuffleboard. It's an outdoor reception area. Don't forget to get your welcome drink. I was then immediately given a tour by a very friendly hotel employee who showed me the pool area and then the Jungle Restaurant, which is a communal restaurant. Minutes after checking in, you are given the option to pre-select your dinner entree and dessert. You're then given a dinner time and a table number, and that is when and where they'll be expecting you that evening. A unique and structured concept, I tell ya, which I absolutely loved because it eliminated much of the guesswork. Now keep in mind, the pool area and the restaurant are designed to be communal areas, which means that you're going to run into people, families and individuals and even kids who are going to voluntarily tell you stories, whether you want to hear them or not, about their exciting excursions, and then possibly ask you 1,000 questions about yours. I'm just kidding. That did make for a very fun time, and some fun conversations were had over a couple of ice cold Belicans. Belican is the national and the most delicious beer of Belize. The lodge shies away from calling itself a resort. It's more like a luxurious, adventurous retreat. And the cherry on top is a very comfortable room and bed. But before we get to the room, allow me to highlight a couple of the lodge's amenities and things that I absolutely loved. First, there's a pool and a hot tub. Your post-trek beat-up body is gonna thank you, I promise. A restaurant, which is also a bar, and it's open throughout the day. You have the option of signing up for a rainforest massage. There's a 15-acre botanical garden showcasing hundreds of natural plant species. 2 words, simply stunning. There's a cheese house, which was closed while I was there, but I've heard good things. There's a river that runs right beside the lodge, and it is ethereal. There are also nature trails in and around the area, and about a half-mile walk away is the Belize Blue Hole National Park, which is also home to the Caves Branch River. Okay, check out this view. And then, less than a minute's walk away from the restaurant was my luxury treehouse. I had no idea what I was about to walk into, and when I did, my mind was blown into pieces. I walked in, and on my right was the outdoor shower. I thought it was the only shower that we had, and it was an open-air shower concept. The steaming hot shower combined with breathing in the freshest air ever definitely led to a state of euphoria. Something my body definitely needed after 2 days spent in the jungle. A view of Caves Branch River from my balcony behind those trees. I cannot even put into words how soothing it was to simply just stand there, motionless as the river flowed, the leaves rustled, and the birds and bugs played their orchestra. The elevated treehouse itself was fenced in by mosquito nets. The foyer lounge area was spacious, and then there were 2 bunk beds, which obviously I didn't need. But it made for good shelf space though. All in all, being in the room felt pretty energizing. There was also a futon and an incredibly comfortable bed. One of my favorite things was that the AC and the ceiling fan was right above my head, which created a pretty cool, cold whirlpool effect because once the bed curtains were closed, the cold air remained trapped inside the area with me. Freaking genius, I tell you. So yeah, no mosquitoes and a very refreshing night of sleep. To my surprise, inside the room was another bathroom, and the toilet was right there. No clue why I found that so surprising. Maybe it was a side effect of 2 days in nature and a few beers. All of the bathroom amenities looked good, smelled wonderful, and I definitely felt pampered. Overall, I just absolutely loved it, and I couldn't really decide if I should spend my time in the treehouse or go explore the rest of the lodge. I ended up finding equilibrium, and I ended up doing both. I'll say this, the time spent in the balcony listening to nature and the soft music playing from my phone was most certainly a core memory, and way better than anything I would find on the Calm app. And finally, the restaurant. Had an amazing time, and although it was communal, I kind of just sat by myself, eavesdropped, and listened to various storytellers tell their tales of bravery while I quietly just enjoyed my meal. There was an appetizer served, an entree that I had pre-ordered, which was steak, and it was scrumptious, soft, and just melted in my mouth. And I had that with a couple of beers. Delicious. Soft, juicy, well-made. Lots of cartilage in this meat, but extremely satisfying. Finally, the service. I'll keep this short. The staff was wonderful and extremely conscientious, constantly checking up on my needs. 5 out of 5 stars. It's a phenomenal resort. It's clean. They take care of it. You can tell. And the room is just amazing. It's breathtaking. I cannot wait to take my open air shower. And just like that, it was time to check out. Final thoughts? This was probably one of the most refreshing trips I've ever taken. This was kind of the trip that resets your mind, body, and spirit. It just refuels you to take on life again, wherever it is that you left off, with a fresh new perspective. I recommend this lodge and its curated excursions to everybody, families, solo adventurers, couples, because this place is truly a gem, hidden in the tropical jungles of Belize. Until next time, bye-bye.